8-6 slope-intercept form. As you can see on the first slide, very large red letters, y equals mx plus b. M is the slope of the line, and b is going to be our y-intercept. And if you remember what the y-intercept is, yes, it's where the line crosses the y-axis. And you remember what the slope is? Yes, it's the rise over the run. And if you read further down, remember when I had you solve all two variable equations for the variable y a couple of lessons ago in 8-2? You've been writing equations with two variables in slope-intercept form all along, which is a very important thing to do. So we're going to start off really easy. The equation is already in slope-intercept form. As you can see, the first one, y equals 3x plus 4 in the lower left-hand corner, is already in the y equals mx plus b form. Very important that you remember this form. Writing lines, putting lines on graphs, and interpreting information from lines and graphs and equations of lines, this is usually the best way to get that information. So we have y equals 3x plus 4. We need to get the slope from that, and absolutely, it's 3. We just take that information right from the graph. And the y-intercept b is 4, because it also comes right from the graph. There's the y-intercept, the y-intercept, and there's the slope. And we just take them right from the equation, and you can write them down. In our second example, y equals negative 2x minus 7. We will get our slope this time is negative 2, simply because of the negative sign in front of it. And b, the y-intercept this time, is going to be negative 7. The number in front of, the symbol in front of the 7, because it's a negative, it's minus 7, that means the y-intercept is going to be a negative number as well. So, slope-intercept form, first slide, just getting the slope and y-intercept from an equation, pretty straightforward. Going to make it a little more difficult now. We have to take equations quite often and write them into slope-intercept form, and then get the slope and the y-intercept. So, in the upper left-hand side, we have 2x plus y equals 3. We can't do anything with that as far as the slope and the y-intercept. So we have to change it so that it's in slope-intercept form. First, we have to remove the 2x from the left. They cancel each other out. We'll subtract it. So we get y equals 3 minus 2x. This is close to slope-intercept form, but not exactly it. So we can manipulate it a little bit. Now we have y equals negative 2x plus 3, and that is slope-intercept form. And from that, we can get the slope is negative 2, and the y-intercept is 3. So, gathering information sometimes is going to require a little bit of work on your part. Now, you're going to see more that look like 3x plus 4y equals 16. This one's going to take a little bit more work, so we'll go through it step by step. We want the y all by itself on the left. So first we're going to get rid of the 3x. We'll subtract that from both sides. Those go away. So I get 4y equals 16 minus 3x. I'm going to rewrite it. So that it's 4y minus 3x equals 16. Now, something new to get the y all by itself on the left. We have that 4. In the past, you have divided both sides of the equation by 4 to get the y all by itself. You're going to do the same thing, but going to change the way you view it. And you've done this all year. You just haven't seen it written this way. You're not only going to divide the 4y by 4, but you're going to divide every item on the other side of the equation individually, divide them individually by 4 as well. Now, I'm going to ask you, what happens to the 4's on the left-hand side of the equal sign? Yes, they still cancel each other out. So on the right-hand side, a little bit of stuff is going to change because we divided the 3x and the 16 by 4 individually. So Nothing happens because 3 and 4 can't be divided evenly to find something nice, so that'll stay negative 3/4 x. However, 16 divided by 4 is 4. So, something new in this chapter, in this section, we're going to divide both sides by 4. We're actually going to rephrase that slightly, and now we're going to say divide each individual item by 4 as we solve these equations. It's the same thing, it's just a slightly different way of saying it. So now that we have our equation written as y equals negative 3x plus 4, we can get our slope, which is negative 3/4, and our y-intercept is 4.